Arts, I'm going to show you how to create a collage using Google Slides. You will understand this if you are present for the lecture where we're talking about how to do a mixed up portrait. This is our next project. And I'm also going to post this demo and we're going to watch it in class together just so you understand. But right now I'm in Google Slides, and for this assignment you're going to be taking the portraits that are listed in this lecture, and you're going to be cutting them up and creating a collage. And then the end result is going to look something like this, where we're doing a charcoal drawing of the collage itself. So the collage is just a step to get to the charcoal drawing. Now these are examples of students that have actually done this assignment, middle school students that have done this assignment. So it's pretty amazing what you can do with charcoal and a collage. So what you're going to do is you're just going to go in and you're going to start choosing famous portraits that you like. Now you're going to use only the ones in this lecture, and we're going to add a few pop culture icons to this from class. But for the most part, I want you to only use these, okay? So I'm going to click on this, and then I'm going to hold the Command key down and hit C, and that's going to copy it. Now you might have a Chromebook or some other device in a different way to copy an image, but you figure out how to do a copy and then go to the empty slide and then do Command V, and that will paste that image in there. The next thing you can do is you can actually crop it in Google Slides. So in order to crop it, I hold the Control key down and I click on the image, and it gives me all these options. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to look for the crop tool, which is right here, crop image. And then that puts these little black brackets around my piece, and then I can go in and you want to think about, well, what is it that I like about this photo, and what's the most interesting part? Don't think it through too much. But this is Gordon Parks, and he's a famous photographer. I love the camera and the eye in there. So I'm going to kind of shrink it down, and then I hit return, and then that crops the whole image. I can also go up to this little dot and I can rotate. So for now, I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do with that, but I have that cropped. So first stage of this process is you're just going to go through and you're going to Command C, copy the image that you like, take it back to your empty slide, click on the slide, and then Command V, which pastes it, and then you can use this move tool, and then Control click and crop image, and you're going to crop it down to whatever part you like. I have to go back and do that again and grab something different. Crop tool, and then I'm going to go in and grab, I like her head scarf, so in her eyes. So I'm going to crop it down to that and hit return, and then I'm going to drag it, and I want to kind of line it up with his head. But here's the trick. I want this to be in front of this. This is the collage part. So I'm going to click back on this, and I'm going to hold the Control key down again and click on the image, and then you can reorder it. So if I wanted to bring this one back or to the front, then I would click on Bring Front, and now all of a sudden my Gordon Parks image is in the front. And then I can go through and maybe like line it up. Like maybe I want his eye to kind of line up with her eye. And now all of a sudden we're starting to see another face. And that's the fun part, is that we're building a face up. And we're also choosing things that have interesting textures. Like I really love Maya Angelou's hat here. So I'm going to Command C, take it back down, Command V, drag it, Control click, crop, and I like her earring too. So maybe I grab, and like I said, I'm not thinking about this too much actually. Guys, there's so many great things in this image. I love her hands with this bird ring. So maybe I just take her whole face and I do that. And then here's another wonderful thing about collage, is that we can make it bigger. So if I wanted her hands and this part of her hands and maybe this part to be visible, I just make it bigger. And then I have to click on this, Control click, and bring forward. And then I want to bring this forward too. Control click and bring forward. It's called order. And then I have to kind of like have to play around with this, right? I have to move things. It's part of the collage fun. is that I might put her up underneath here. And then I have to bring him in front again, because he was once in front of Mother Teresa, and now he was behind Maya Angelou. So remember, we had him in there, and then we're going to move her over. And then, oh, isn't that awesome? So now we have her kind of lined up with Mother Teresa's face, and we have her lined up on this side with Gordon Parks. Sweet. Okay, so I'm going to continue. And I'm going to keep going until I fill up a whole rectangle of space. In fact, you might even want to consider filling up the whole slide. Okay, and you can use these paintings like, don't we love Van Gogh's brushstroke, right? Command C, take it down, and click on the slide, Command V, and then I'm going to bring him back. I'm going to hit Control and Order, and I'm going to send him back. And I have to send him back a few times because he's in, there's many images in front of him. So there we go. So now he's back there. And I don't really want his beard or anything in there. I just like the texture of his background. And I might kind of drag that down a little bit, maybe all the way. Maybe I go all the way up here. Or I could maybe make Mother Teresa's, I could stretch her a bit, just a little bit, and make her, no, actually, Command Z will take it, step it back. If you don't like what you did, hit Command Z, and it will take it back to the previous step. So I like that her face was lined up with Maya Angelou's face. So I'm going to leave it like that. And keep going. I want more than 2 or 3 things in your collage. Like the way that we got to this, there's a lot of cut up images, a lot. This is Van Gogh's face, by the way. You can probably see that. And let's look at some of these. There's lots of pieces in here. And lots of pieces in here. This is Frida Kahlo's leaves. You're starting to see the different elements of the images you already were working with here. So lots of texture, lots of things cut up. Here's Frida Kahlo's monkey. And here's her eyebrows up here, her eyes. So lots of fun stuff in there. So I'm going to do one more, and then I don't want this demo to go on too long, but let's put some Frida Kahlo in there. There's the monkey, right? Command C. And let's really think about, where do we want to put this? Command V. What do we love about this? Control click, crop image. We love the monkey. We've already said that. And the leaves. I love her braid and the ribbon in her hair around her neck. Oh my gosh, so many things to choose from. I love that monkey foot wrapping around her neck there. I'm going to crop it just like that. And I might take it over here. Now, here's a trick. I want both of these things, but I want them in different places. So I'm going to Command C this and Command V this and make 2 copies. Okay, and then I'm going to Control click, and I'm going to crop this again so that I just have the monkey face. And I'm going to make him a little bigger because he's going to be sitting here with Maya right there, kind of lined up with where her shoulders would be. That's perfect. Now we have a shoulder. And then I might not need the other half. I'm going to change my mind on that because I might want something different over here. So let's pick one more thing. Oh, this Virginia Woolf is a writer, woman writer. I love the fur on her coat here. And I also love the lace on her shoulder. This is Camille Claudel. She is a famous sculptor, and she was the assistant to Rodin, who was also a famous sculptor. He sculpted The Thinker. But she was just as talented as him, in my opinion. So I liked it. Whoops, let's go back on that. I don't want that cropped. I want that shoulder. That's what I was kind of going for. Oh, look isn't that wonderful? When you overlay it, all of a sudden you can see, it gets transparent. That's the beauty of it. It's transparent, and you can see where to put those shoulders. Just bring them up a bit. Actually, that's not going to, you see how it came out of that crop box. We have to crop it first and then move it. So I'm going to put her there and then control click, and I'm going to send her back. I have to send her back a couple times. Send to back. That's the one you can click. No, I didn't want that because I want her in front of Maya here. So bring forward. Now I'm clicking on my text here. Whoops. Oh, she got stuck in that text box. That's what happened. Okay, let's keep trying to bring her forward. Bring forward. So this is the trick. I don't want her face in there, but I want her shoulders, so I might have to crop her again. Might have to kind of get rid of that face. Yeah. Bring her in there. Okay, so we're getting there. We're almost there. We're not 100% there. And see how her face lines up with Maya's face? These are the things we're looking for. Okay. Let me know if you have any questions.